Hello, Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Today we have some news you won't want to miss. Make sure to stay until the end because this story about George Pickens is going to be quite the topic of conversation. Is George Pickens overrated? Opinions are divided. George Pickens, the talented receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers, has been at the center of many discussions lately. While many see him as a future superstar, there is one analyst who is not so convinced. Anthony DeBona of Pro Football Network has surprised everyone by declaring that Pickens is the most overrated player on the Steelers. DeBona argues, surprise. Another receiver from the 2022 NFL Draft has landed on this list. It seems like we've been waiting forever for George Pickens to have a breakout season with the Pittsburgh Steelers. However, he's only entering his third season in the NFL. This comment has caused quite a stir among Steelers fans. Many are wondering if DeBona is being too critical of Pickens. But DeBona doesn't stop there. He emphasizes that with Russell Wilson coming to Pittsburgh, Pickens will have the most talented quarterback he's played with in his professional career. Now, we'll have to wait and see if Pickens can finally put all his skills on the field and meet expectations, DeBona adds. Contrary to DeBona's opinion, another analyst from Pro Football Network, Lorenzo Reyna, has a completely different view of Pickens. For Reyna, Pickens is the most underrated player on the Steelers. This opposing viewpoint has generated even more debate among football fans and experts. Reyna highlights, despite playing with multiple quarterbacks, Pickens still surpassed 1,000 yards for Pittsburgh in 2023. That production also happened amid a change in the offensive coordinator. Even more impressive is that his average yards per reception shot up to 18.1 in 2023. This is impressive, especially considering the instability at the quarterback position that Pickens faced. Last season, despite these challenges, Pickens stood out notably, especially when Mason Rudolph took over as the starting quarterback. This demonstrates Pickens' ability to adapt and shine even in adverse conditions. The key for Pickens, according to many, is having a competent quarterback. With Russell Wilson or Justin Fields potentially throwing him the ball, expectations for Pickens in 2024 are very high. Many believe this could be his breakout season. Alex Kay of Bleacher Report is one of those optimists. Kay thinks Pickens is in an ideal position to make a big leap and be recognized as All-Pro in 2024. Let's remember that in his rookie season in 2022, Pickens caught 52 passes for 801 yards and scored 4 touchdowns. Last year, he elevated his game with 63 receptions for 1,140 yards and 5 touchdowns. These numbers show a clear progression and raise expectations for the upcoming season. Additionally, Bucky Brooks of NFL.com has an even more ambitious opinion. Brooks believes Pickens could be a candidate to break Calvin Johnson's single-season reception record. Although this prediction seems quite bold, it reflects the potential and talent that many see in Pickens. According to Brooks, with quarterbacks like Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, who are significant upgrades over their predecessors, Pickens could see a drastic increase in his statistics. The Steelers' primary playmaker could see a boost in his numbers as the centerpiece of a passing game committed to moving the ball forward, Brooks concludes. So, dear Steelers fans, we have reasons to be excited and optimistic about the 2024 season. George Pickens is in the spotlight, and his performance could be crucial to the team's success. Will this be the year Pickens meets all expectations and becomes one of the biggest stars in the NFL? Only time will tell. Joey Porter Jr. needs to take another step in 2024. When the Pittsburgh Steelers selected Joey Porter Jr. with the first pick in the second round of the 2023 NFL Draft, they expected a good player, but probably didn't anticipate the immediate impact he would have in his first year. Now, the team needs Porter to improve even more in 2024. One aspect Porter needs to work on is reducing his penalties. Last season, Porter finished tied for 6th in the league with the most penalty flags. With 12 penalties in total, he was second among defensive players and led NFL rookies. Porter received 4 penalties for defensive pass interference, 3 for defensive holding, 2 for offsides, 2 for face mask, and 1 for illegal use of hands. Despite these statistics, Porter is not worried. I think some of the penalties last year were external circumstances more than my play, Porter commented at the team's minicamp in June. Once you make a name for yourself, they'll flag you for anything. I try not to let that affect my game. Defensive coach Grady Brown has been working intensively with Porter this offseason to refine his skills and correct his mistakes, such as grabbing or pushing at inopportune moments. "We work on what I'm good at and what I need to improve," Porter said. "He's very good at showing me what I need to improve on, and then we execute it." Porter is also focused on growing as a leader in the cornerback room, despite being only in his second season. At 22 years old, he already sees himself as a mentor to the rookies. "I really try to grow as a leader in my group," Porter affirmed. "We don't have many veterans in the cornerback position, so I try to be a mentor to the younger guys and show them how to make plays from the start." In his first season, Porter quickly took on the role of covering the best receiver on the opposing team. This challenging task for any cornerback was successfully carried out, allowing only a 47.6% completion rate when targeted. One of his highlights was in Week 5 against the Baltimore Ravens, where he intercepted a decisive pass in the end zone, covering Odell Beckham Jr. In total. Porter amassed 43 tackles, 10 passes defended, and 1 interception in his rookie season. Porter is ready to face the top receivers again this year, starting with his teammate George Pickins in training camp. "We go up against each other every day we can," Porter said about his intense practices with Pickins. "I'm ready for camp. I know it's going to be intense." With the departure of Patrick Peterson and Levi Wallace, Porter is poised to be the Steelers' primary cornerback for 2024. The team needs him to continue his development and lead the defense in his second NFL season. The chances of Michael Thomas, the best free agent wide receiver available, joining our team. While many hoped for a surprise, the odds are not in our favor. Don't go away, there are more details to come. According to the betting lines published by sportsbetting.ag, the Steelers have a 40-1 chance of being Thomas's next team. This puts us in the 17th spot on the favorites list, with teams like the Cowboys, Bills, Ravens, Broncos, Jaguars, and Chiefs leading the odds. The Cowboys have the best odds at 3-1. "We know our team urgently needs a number 2 receiver to complement George Pickens." Despite the interest in top players available on the trade market, General Manager Omar Khan has not shown much interest in talking to free agent receivers this season. For example, the Steelers invited Mike Williams to Pittsburgh for a free agent visit before he signed with the Jets. They also exchanged figures with Tyler Boyd before he signed with the Titans. However, players like Odell Beckham Jr., DJ Chark, Zay Jones, Michael Gallup, and Marquez Valdes-Scantling have signed with other teams while the Steelers remained on the sidelines. Michael Thomas has been one of the few free agents the Steelers have contacted, but there doesn't seem to be an imminent signing. Instead, they have shown interest in acquiring a receiver via trade, such as Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, or Courtland Sutton, although they haven't been able to finalize any deals so far. Thomas was released by the Saints in March, despite having restructured his contract in 2023. Last season, he caught 39 of 60 passes for 448 yards and a touchdown. Although he is a supreme talent, a 2-time All-Pro, and a 3-time Pro Bowler, he hasn't played a full season since 2019 due to multiple injuries. Beyond Thomas, the free agent market is extremely limited, with options like Hunter Renfrow, Corey Davis, Russell Gage, and Lynn Bowden. Since the Steelers traded Deontay Johnson to the Panthers in March, they have been looking for a receiver to complement Pickens. They drafted Roman Wilson from Michigan in the 3rd round of the 2024 NFL Draft, but he is expected to play primarily in the slot as a rookie. Veterans Van Jefferson and Quez Watkins are the current options to play as outside receivers alongside Pickens on the Steelers roster. Fans, while the chances of seeing Michael Thomas in a Steelers jersey are low, the team is still exploring options to strengthen our offense. Don't miss our next updates and keep supporting the Steelers. See you in the next video.